Greetings everyone, welcome to my sketchbook. I'm going to start off this morning by showing you something kind of interesting. This is a little experiment that I started just for fun. This is a pair of running shoes from Fila. These are Trezoros energized sneakers, or Trezoros 2 energized sneakers. Let me show you something. So starting on April 13th and just yesterday, I managed to put in 1,000,000 steps on these sneakers, and I want to show you what they ended up looking like. Oop, let me kind of move that there like that and kind of focus the light on them. So, of course, there are people that walk a lot more than me, and that's fine. This wasn't a competition of any kind. This was just something I wanted to see what kind of wear and tear I could put on a pair of shoes. And that's pretty neat. So I just want to show you that. It was that, oh, okay, yeah, I managed to get in 1,000,000 steps. So that was kind of interesting. Oh, you know what? Let's keep this aside for a second. I'm going to show you something else. So yesterday I dropped into a local McDonald's, and you can just go in and you can buy these things. This today, the 11th, is the start of World Cup, and it's actually being hosted by 3 countries this year. And my hope was to, get the host Squishmallow mascots, but of course they didn't have them. So what they did have, of course, are these, which was kind of neat to get. Now, they're still fun. There's 23 of them to collect. Oh, let me look at something else here. So on the box itself, I don't know if I can get those to pop out. You get a soccer ball. So McDonald's sometimes does these things, I would say, correct. They make things fun even with the boxes. So you have those. I'll set that box aside. And throughout the center of these, they're perforated as well. About halfway through. And you can join them together. Something like that, I guess. Okay. So now I have a soccer ball there, or that kind of do whatever it needs to do. Here's the grouping of them. Down here are the host of the games. So that's Maple the Moose, and this is Zayu the Jaguar, and this is Clutch the bald eagle. So you could say that this is the North American World Cup. So this is like furthest north, Canada, furthest south, Mexico, and right in the middle is the United States of America. For fun, let's put these aside. Now, I'm going to drop in a few more times to see if I can get those ones. Although I don't know what I'm going to do with those, honestly. Sometimes I set this stuff aside, and other times I just give it away. But we're going to do a drawing, and might as well look at this kitty cat one here. Just for fun, we'll open it up. The drawing I want to do today will be the World Cup itself. And I didn't open this up before. Look at that. Cam plays goalkeeper, most likely block all penalty kicks in the match. Oh, you can do it. Well, that's really neat. Okay. So, I'll set that aside over here. And we're going to try to draw the cup. And I think the funnest way to do that is kind of to do like a blur of color. I'm going to use these markers. So these are the two colors I'm going to use. There's green and there's yellow. Okay. Now it's an interesting design. Let's see here. I think I'm going to start off with a teardrop looking head here. I'm going to zoom in maybe just a little bit for that. Okay. Now, the World Cup is kind of like a true international thing. And unlike, like, well, if you watch baseball, American baseball, they like to say that their cup is like the World Series, which is kind of funny considering it's really just America. I mean, Canada is involved in that, but it's really just America. There are players from all over the world, of course. Now, the figure on this is somebody in a celebration of a goal. There's two, and it kind of twists. And almost like the way that you would look at, ooh, what would you call that figure now? Atlas. You have someone who's like basically holding up the globe, but there's two of them here. And maybe that in some way represents the players themselves. That it, there's at least, someone in forward position and someone in defense. I have no idea. I didn't look that part up or anything like that. So off the top of my head, I'm not really helpful with that. But it should be fun. It is actually a pretty big deal, the World Cup. I'm going to back this out just a little bit here. Again, I'm going to stylize this, sort of fill in some of this as well. The green, I'm going to put in a layer here. Then we'll go with gold again. Green. And gold. So you can let me know in the comments if you have a favorite team. To me, this is like a really big deal. So when it comes to how play goes, I truly believe that they put more into this tournament than they do other matches, just for their own country's sake. So the world is watching, and so I believe the players take it a lot more serious. Some of them will play through terrible injuries. There's a lot less kind of like faking their way through injuries too, which is also a pretty big deal. Now I know that seems a little elongated. Maybe I can kind of stretch it out a little bit here. that twist. Just for fun. Now, although some of that acrylic paint, open this up. So yeah, World Cup happens every 4 years. The first one was in Uruguay in 1930. Last year it was in Qatar. And again, let me know what your favorite team. I'm more about watching the World Cup happen as like just a fan of sport. And FIFA's managed to get a lot of countries really interested in hosting the games. There's a lot of economic spin-off from it, of course. So the town itself gets to bring in a lot of tourists, so that's pretty fun. I've never seen a World Cup game in person. But that would be quite the spectacle. Like, a pretty big deal even compared to like the Super Bowl, which again is just an American thing, but it's watched all over the world. So this is the rough idea of what that looks like. All right, well, let's try to figure out a little bit of this globe here. And we'll just kind of like scribble in a little bit of the landmass stuff. All right. There you go for the doodle. And we will say that this again, just sort of scratching that in. The FIFA World Cup. And I believe on the box here it has a symbol just like that, which is pretty neat. Now I believe it was started in France, so the name probably is indicative of that. It would be like the Fédération Internationale de Football Association. It would have cool little accents in there as well, but I believe that the headquarters is in Switzerland now, so I think that's it. I don't think I need to go any further than that. I don't have the trophy in front of me, so as far as like higher detail, but I think that's the rough idea that I was going for. I probably can just add a little bit of off-world detail there. All right. I could probably just spend more time on that, but I think that'll be good for now. Oh, let's put in 2026. It's weird to be picky about certain things, even though I didn't really want to be that picky. I was really just going to do this as a quick something or other. Down here would say FIFA World Cup. Nah. All right. Well, folks, I hope you have a wonderful day. Enjoy the matches. Yeah, head to McDonald's and see if you can get a couple of these. Hopefully you get your favorite team. And should be fun. All right. Have a great day. Ciao for now.